Hi guys, in this video I'm going to share with you and walk you through how to smudge and cleanse your home. Now, for the most part, you are perfectly capable of doing this yourself. You don't need to have somebody come in. However, if it is a situation where, say, you have unusual happenings in your home, where you think something else might be going on, please consult with someone. Have someone that is trained similar to what the training that I have, being a psychic medium and Reiki master, and have your house read. There may be other steps or a process that you have to follow before you smudge to make the process work and be as effective as possible. So if there is anything weird going on, please don't take it upon yourself to smudge. Please reach out to someone and have them be able to connect with you. I've even done this at a distance. It is possible with the help of the client, but make sure please that you consult someone if that is the case, because it won't work as well, or it might even change things up and you might have to do a little more to fix the issue. So for those people who don't have that problem, I'm going to get into this now, and I have my notes here because I'm sure I'll forget to tell you something if I don't have it written down. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you acquire a heat-resistant bowl, something that you can set down your lit sage in, something that is definitely heat-resistant. Some people do the, abalone shells. I actually got one for it, but it was so pretty I didn't want to use it for that, so I got something else. And you want to acquire some sage, preferably white sage, or you can get mixes that are, say, white sage, sweetgrass, and lavender, something like that. Mixes are good too. This is just a small bundle of white sage. Now, depending on the size of your home, this might be enough. I would recommend having a larger bundle or have more than one of these in case, because you want to make sure that you have enough. Step one. You also decide whether you want to get a feather to fan the smoke around, or you can just use your hands too. You don't have to do that, so you can choose that as well. Ensure that your bundle is dry. Do not get your sage wet. Do not get it wet. And ensure that it's completely dried out, because that is really important, because it'll wreck the sage, and I don't know if you re-dry it, I don't know how that'll be. If for some reason you are allergic to smoke, or smoke bothers you, that's okay. You can follow the same instructions, follow the same process, and use sound. Whether that means you use a drum or a bell, or if you have a little metal singing bowl, or maybe you play a musical instrument, that works just as well. And still make sure you've got the doors and windows open. I would actually go ahead before you start and open your doors and windows so that you can just smoothly move from one room, one floor to the next, and just continue the process. Now, normally you would want to start at your front door, but if you have a basement or a crawl space and then you've got several floors, like, start at the bottom. But you want to start at a doorway, move clockwise around the room, get in every corner from bottom to top. Make sure you get in the closets. Have everything open ahead of time. Like, think about jewelry boxes, drawers. If you have kids and they have a little play kitchen with a little oven or a washing machine, make sure that you have all of that open so that it's done ahead of time, and you can just move and make sure you get the smoke in everywhere. You want to make sure that you are calm and in a place of gratitude. This is extremely important. You don't want to do this when you're upset or angry or anything like that. You also want to make sure that you're doing it by yourself with the house empty, so there are no distractions, no other people making noise and distracting you from what you're doing, because your intention is the most important part, and you need to focus on what your intentions are. You can use a prayer, you can come up with a mantra, you can Google some things if you're not sure what you want to say, and pick something that resonates with you and that you're comfortable with, whatever works well with you. So, also, be appreciative of the practice. This practice is very sacred, and it originates with the Aboriginal people. try to remember to at least take a moment to acknowledge that and honor and respect that, because it is a very sacred practice and it's not something to be just toyed with. So please be very respectful when you're doing this process. Now you want to hold your bundle at a 45-degree angle and light it, normally with wooden matches. However, it's okay if you don't have that. If you just use a lighter, that's fine too. The biggest thing is your intention, setting your intention. Something like any low vibrational energies you want to leave your home, or remove anything from a home that isn't of 100% love and light, something like that. And that will do. And don't have too many intentions, because you want to be able to focus on one or two. If there's more intentions that you have, I would recommend smudging again in a separate a separate process, and then doing those intentions. I mean, it's it'll be better to work that way than trying to remember 5 different things at once. Now, as I said, you start at your front door, clockwise around the room, get the smoke everywhere. Don't forget to do, as I said, your basements, your crawl spaces, your garage, your attics, under the stairs, all of that. And also make sure that you do your electronics, your laptops, your phones. Literally just smudge everything. I like to be extremely thorough when I do it. That's why I wrote everything down, because I didn't want to forget to say anything and tell you. It's important to stay present. Now, there will be embers, ashes that fall off your smudge. That's why another reason why you want the heat-resistant dish. You're going to try to catch them. But if you can't and they hit the floor, make sure you tap them out, of course, because, we're talking about embers and smoke, and at points, flame when you initially light your smudge. So please be careful and mindful of the process, and don't leave it unattended for any reason. And do your best not to inhale the smoke. If you say have a person that wants to do it with you, maybe use your intuition with that. I've seen it sometimes where a child or a younger person will want to help, which would be okay as long as they understand the process, understand the sacredness of it and the respect, and as long as you stay right with them, making sure that, that any embers that are dropped, anything like that, you want to stay very close and make sure that the process is done correctly. Now, when you are finished, it's ideal to let the smudge burn itself out. If you can. If you have to put it out, you can tap it out in your dish. Sometimes people will have a little bit of sand in a dish and tap it out that way. Now, once your embers and everything has cooled off, you take the ashes, take it outside, and return it to the earth. Now, don't worry if you don't use the whole smudge stick. Once it's cooled down and it's safe, you can store it until the next time you smudge. So that is not a problem. So that is pretty well the way for you to smudge your home. Please share this video. Please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and I will see you in the next video.